Sumanth C Raman.
Anand, as far as the exit poll, the series of exit polls are concerned, I think most of us would agree that they probably got the direction right. I don't argue with that at all. In fact, I had also predicted that the BJP was coming back to power. Now, the point about the numbers, where the quibbling actually starts, is because some of the numbers that have been projected are too startling. For instance, the poll that projected 27% vote share for the BJP in Kerala with 3 seats. There was a poll which predicted 10 seats for the BJP in Tamil Nadu. So these are the kind of polls which are, really shaking people up. So it is not about, is the BJP coming back to power? I think most of us are unanimous on that they are coming back to power. But there is a difference if the BJP comes back to power with 272 versus the BJP coming back to power with 340.
No,
and I think that is a
who
very
are these,
significant.
most of these people? It's certain, it might be you, but unfortunately the opposition reaction has been very churlish over the last 24 hours. We had certain characters on this channel question our integrity, and today in the morning we have seen a whole multitude of opposition leaders who've come out and questioned the process. This is dangerous. Would you not agree?
There also needs to be, Rahul, there are two issues here. As somebody who has sat in on elections from 1998, I can say a few things. The opinion polls / exit polls need to be more transparent. Very importantly, on the morning of the count, we see at 803, 200 leads, 150 leads. Each television channel is competing with the other in putting out leads from God knows where. Even the postal ballot count could not have started.
No,
At
please, let's not get into that sermonizing right now, Sumanth Raman. The simple point is, sir, they are far more busier shooting the messenger over the last 2.5 years rather than going ahead and doing their job as the political opposition on ground. The point is, Sumanth Raman, nobody has the right to abuse freedom of speech and go ahead and question the integrity of those people who are doing a professional job of their job. They are doing their job. Let those who have not done their job look back and look at their own record, Sumanth Raman. So please don't try and sermonize, sir. If you do not want to watch, don't watch, sir. You have the power of the remote in your hand. But don't sermonize. Please, this sermonize as to who's supposed to do their job, how, while you sit in your own armchair and do whatever you please. That's something, sir. That attitude does not work. Respectfully. Secondly, sir, the political. Secondly, sir, 1 minute, sir. Secondly, sir, what is the accountability of these political parties, sir? What is the accountability of these political parties who are pointing fingers at professionals who are doing their job professionally with the companies that they're working on? They have the right to question our integrity without even being accountable for their own performances over the last 2 decades. So let's draw a line, sir. There is a line and there is a maryada, and that maryada has been brazenly, brutally crossed and disrespectfully crossed, and that's something we'd like to register here. Let's move on.
One second. Okay, Doc. What is your point? What is your point? No. Look, I agree in sentiment with what Anand is saying. You would have a problem with the pollsters, fine. I'm okay with that. You disagree with the numbers, I'm okay with that. But don't say all of these guys are sold out and Godi Media and BJP headquarters is giving you the numbers. That's rubbish, man. Come on.
1 minute, Zaka.
Yeah.
I'm pointing out 2 things. One, if a polling agency is commissioned by a political party, it must make a full disclosure when it does a poll, which is quote unquote a national poll. Do you agree with that or not?
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. Second, on counting day, I want the election commission to audit where these numbers are being put out from at 8:05. Come on, Zaka, we all know what's going on.
No, 1 minute. You make a point about that. Now, then, sir, you should also demand a Sidhu Moosewala inspired number and audit of where those numbers are coming from, basis which the profession, integrity and the work of scores of journalists, scores of people who are putting tireless amount of work has been rubbish. So where is that accountability, sir? Let the door of respect swing both ways. Let the door of accountability also swing both ways. And like I said, Sumanth Raman, the power of the remote as a viewer lies with you. The power
So
of a
basically
remote
what
as a
you're saying
viewer
is-
live with you. You choose who you want to watch.
Put
You
up
choose who
whatever
you
we
want to watch, but don't sit there and pass judgment,
beware.
armchair
You
judgments
are beware.
using a few buttons in your hand and
You-
misusing your freedom of speech.
So
Let's
basically
move
you're
on here.
saying you are beware.
Let's park
You
this
are
here.
beware.
Let's
Just to
park
make a
this here.
small-
Let's park
very,
this
very
here.
small point.
Swapanji, yes,
Just a
and then
very
we'll
small
move on.
point.
Let's move
Yeah.
on and let's do the deep dive. Yeah.
Can I make a very small point?
Ji.
Which is that there are certain doubts why the question about the methodology of exit polls is there. Because traditionally, what we've learned in the entire polling business is that the larger the area, the less chances of any mistakes actually creeping in. Because the mistakes on the smaller areas cancel out. What makes me a little uneasy is that very, very small states you're actually giving forecasts for. Because though, sometimes those
But
are
we'll
prone to
put
errors.
we'll put our
Those are
hand up there.
better.
We put our hand up there, and in all honesty, said that we have covered 518 out of 542. So the states which
No,
are
no,
the
no,
smaller.
it's
No,
not
one
the
minute, sir.
constituencies.
Here, I would like to qualify and put out what we have done here at the News 18 mega exit poll with the News 18 poll hub. 518 Lok Sabha constituencies were polled. 95,000 voters checked, geotagged, rechecked, cross-checked. They have been polled
183
across these
constituencies.
constituencies. 518 across the major 23 states and union territories. Some of the smaller states, the smaller
Lok
ones
Sabha.
are projections, and we have very clearly said that this is based on the direction the polls were taking. These are projections.
No, but
And we
one
put
second.
that out there.
Just-
We have
just one
put that
second.
out there.
Anand,
We are not
this
hiding
question
anything
of
about our
sample
methodology.
size being very small. Look,
Sir, 1
Mr.
lakh
Dr. Raman,
respondents.
one second. No. He's saying that per constituency, if you do the math, then
No,
it comes down to
183.
183. So he's done the math. Now, hang on. It doesn't really matter on the size, sir, as much as it matters on the basket that
Yeah.
you assemble, which represents the
Rahul.
exact demographic. Now, 1 minute, sir.
Rahul,
One
I've
second.
been-
Let me finish.
I've
Sir,
done this
I beg you.
I've done this only for 20 years.
I
Rahul.
only beg you,
Just
sir.
because I've not sat in Delhi.
I only beg
please
you.
don't
Rahul has
assume
done
that we
1960s.
don't have knowledge about how
Yeah,
these
no.
work.
No, Rahul's not talking from the
No, no.
60s, dog.
So are you-
He's from the
how-
60s.
how a
He's from the
selection is
60s.
No, you have done it for 20 years. We are still doing it 2 decades plus, sir. We are still
Anand,
doing
one
it 2
second.
decades
Okay,
plus.
one
So
second.
we are still
Anand,
doing
he's
it 2
from-
decades plus.
He's from that
So
60s show.
don't try and just be dismissive of a lot of
okay,
hard
one
yards
second,
that
one
have been
second,
put
one
at the
second.
back
Just
end
one
with a lot of
second.
diligence.
One second.
Sir,
one second.
Your poll.
One second.
Anand,
One
I'm
second.
talking
we are
every
talking
poll.
about News
No,
18.
Anand,
I'm
one minute,
not
one
talking
minute.
about
Dr.
your
Raman,
Let's
poll.
move on.
Dr. Raman, I'm only
every
talking
poll.
about. Look,
Yeah.
Why are you
let's
getting so upset
Let's just park this, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Let's
this
just
is-
park
this
this
is
here.
not going
Let's
anywhere.
just quickly, before we take a break, let's just quickly look at, and what we're doing is